What happens inside your body each time you take a breath? Breathing is a very important aspect in our everyday lives, though most people do not truly understand the miraculous changes which occur within them. What you can see right now is a model of the lung. This includes the ribs, lungs, larynx, trachea, and also the bronchi, bronchioles, alveoli, and finally the diaphragm.
When breathing in, not only does the diaphragm contract, so do intercostal muscles. This causes the ribs to rise up and out, therefore increasing the volume of your thorax. When this happens, air is drawn in. When breathing out, the opposite happens. As you can see here, when breathing in, the ribs rise up and out, and when breathing out, they drop down and in. You might not have seen the intercostal muscles just then, but if you look at the ribs on the right, they are outlined in yellow. Now let us take a closer look at the lung structure and see how different organs move as we breathe in and out. Right now you can see a bell jar. This apparatus represents the thorax, the upper part of your body. The two balloons represent the two lungs, and the tubes are trachea and bronchi. The sheet of grey rubber at the bottom represents the diaphragm. You will see how, as we inhale, not only do the intercostal muscles contract, the diaphragm contracts and flattens too, and as a result, the volume of the thorax increases, allowing more space for the lungs to inflate as air is drawn in. In this animation, when we release the grey rubber sheet, it is equivalent to the diaphragm relaxing. As a result, our thorax volume decreases and air is forced out of the lungs, causing them to deflate. These are only a few of the miraculous changes that occur within your body every second.
Now you've seen all the parts of the lungs. What does each organ do?
Why don't we zoom into the trachea and learn why it's so important?
First of all, let us begin with the trachea, or windpipe, which is where the air goes down when we take a breath. After going down the windpipe, the air goes through the two bronchi, which are the two main pipes going to the lungs. After going through the two bronchi, the air then goes through the bronchioles. At the end of each bronchiole, there are several alveoli, which are air sacs in which gaseous exchange occurs in. At the end of the bronchioles, there are many air sacs called alveoli, which are made of extremely thin folds, which improves the efficiency of gas exchange. The alveoli are covered in capillaries, which is where the oxygen and the carbon dioxide are exchanged through. The alveoli have a larger surface area, so more oxygen and carbon dioxide can be exchanged in a small amount of time.
Gas exchange is all about diffusion. Now we're going to show you a video about the process of diffusion.
As soon as Martina started running, her muscles were working. They needed more oxygen and produced more waste gas. So the oxygen supply from the lungs must be involved. She breathes more rapidly and more deeply. In the air sacs in the lungs, the rate of gas exchange increases. More blood, more oxygen, more carbon dioxide. More work for the lungs.
Finally, we must say a great thank you to both Mrs. Booth and Mr. Woodhead for the endless patience and support. So that's it, folks. Thank you so much for listening. We hope that you now have a firmer concept of the lung structure. Bye!